Well, man, we over here on the spot at the spot, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how we go, man. We don't never start this format the same every fucking time, man. You feel me? Hey, I'ma like this interview, man. This is an interview that came, man, you know what I'm saying, that was highly requested. Feel me? Who we got in here today, man? Let's see if you remember their names.
I'm specking with y'all. Yo, we got Tuda in here. You know what I'm saying? We got Tove in here. We got this dude over here whose name I can't remember for the life of me. I don't even know his fucking name, to be honest. He gonna have to tell everybody else. What do they call you?
Man, Mr. McGlover right here. We back again on the spot, at the Spot Studios, because we got a gang of things going on around here, big productions and things. So hit that like, you know what I mean, or that thumbs down. You know what I mean? If you don't like this dude's afro, give him a thumbs down.
I don't like this. I don't like my afro. I give it a thumbs down shit, bro.
I just thought it was a little Duke you had going on and shit like that.
I said you ran out of Hawaiian silk.
Look, man, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm
saying.
Man,
go like, comment, and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying. We got King Tuda in here, man. You know what I'm saying, man. Dropping it, man. Hey, Tove, I'm gonna be fucking your name off.
Hey, it's just T.O.V.
T.O.V., man.
If you can't, you feel me, Tove. You feel me?
Man, King Tove in here, baby. You know what I'm saying. Go like, comment, and subscribe, man. And we gonna jump into this, man. Man, how long you been doing music?
Oh man, I've been messing around with music ever since I was about 10, 11 years old.
10, 11 years old?
But professionally, I started my business in 2016.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So let the people know everything you got your hands into. Like, you just not just a musician, man. What else you got going on?
Yeah, so, I mean, as far as everything that I do under music, I mean, I rap, of course. Some people know me from that, but I make beats as well. We're real big on the production side. I engineer, record people, mix and master, all that. I also work with children. I work up at the Boys and Girls Club. So a lot of the same things that I do with local artists in Seattle, I do with the children at the Boys and Girls Club. I teach them how to make beats, how to record, how to write songs. I record the songs for them. And I've been doing that for a few years now. That's been really cool.
Really in the community. What part of the community?
Rainier Vista, so South Seattle. And then also at the Renway location right next to Dimmitt Middle School over in Skyway.
Dig that.
So yeah, South Seattle. And trying to expand. And I actually built the studio in the Renway location. The one at the Vista was already there. There was already somebody running it before me. I kind of just picked up where they left off. And trying to like build more studios and more locations and just have more outreach throughout the city.
Dig that.
And just use music as a way for children to express themselves.
So you and Tove, y'all related? Y'all relatives? What?
This is my partner right here. I've been knowing him since high school. So we got introduced sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah, sophomore year, just been rocking ever since, yeah.
Part of Seattle y'all up out of?
I'm from West Seattle.
You from West Seattle?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm from the South.
I grew up in South Seattle. Went to Cleveland High School.
Went to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I went to West Seattle High School.
Went to West Seattle? Y'all look like some ball players, man.
A little bit. I used to hoop. I never played like real deal college ball or nothing like that, but I played for Cleveland. You know, I tried out for a couple little community college teams, but didn't end up going that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who had the best high school squad when y'all was balling out here?
As far as hoop?
It's different. I play football. He's a hooper. I play football, but like
who was footballing? Who was a hog out there?
I mean, like during my time in high school, like there was like schools were known for different things. You know, O'Day, like the private schools, they were able to recruit, you know, on a low type shit. But I say it was like my high school, Rainier Beach. They was always like, you know what I'm saying. You know, they had athletes and they was gonna come with it every time. So
was they getting drafted?
Yeah, they got a gang of athletes coming out of there for football and mostly like basketball though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I play college ball. I played college ball at Eastern. You know, after high school, I got a scholarship and I balled out. And like you said, I known him since sophomore year. And then when we got to college, we just linked up again. And then we just kind of started music together, like for real, in college.
Was y'all still dabbling in the music while y'all was doing the athletic thing, or was it just straight ball?
Yeah, I really kind of like always been doing music, but I took it serious when I got injured. Like I tore my ACL, so I had like downtime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool. It's like you're a warrior. You feel me? Like you play sports or play football. You know, like every time what you risking when you're on there on the field, like your health every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you know what comes with it. But if you could bounce back from any injury, you know what I'm saying? You know what you about. So during that downtime, it's just like I just put it. Like I picked up music again. You know what I'm saying? And then shit, me and bro just linked in. We started doing shit out there in college. You know, turning up.
Both y'all was at EW?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shouts out to EWU.
Yeah, shout out to my Eagles out there, you feel me?
Mamas, the Migos and everything like that, man.
Yeah, champions, you feel me?
What was it in Tri-City?
Nah, right by Spokane.
Spokane, like Cheney. Yeah, Cheney.
Fuck, it's a lot of witches out there.
It definitely was an adjustment moving from Seattle to East.
I would imagine.
Like when I first got out there, I was like, what the hell am I doing here?
But explain to the nerds out here what y'all mean by the witches.
I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, for real. You the one.
I'm thinking you talking about white chicks in the middle of the fucking forest because I know that should be.
That's what I'm talking about.
You in the cuts. It is ducked off. Cheney is a small little town. You know, it really is. Yeah. But they love their sports.
A lot of people from small towns.
You ever slide the Quarter Lane right over there?
Yeah, a couple times. Quarter Lane. Yeah.
Little function.
I kind of stayed away from Idaho though. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Not progressive whatsoever, man.
Yeah, you ain't got to explain that one to the nerds. Man. I'm staying out of Idaho.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We went down to Wazoo, Pullman, you know what I'm saying, to go party and shit a few times, but kind of stayed away from Idaho, though.
Yeah, man.
You wouldn't come back.
So what gives y'all the drive to come? Because a lot of cats, you know, they get on, they start with their music, they gone.
Right.
Especially a lot of cats from Seattle. They take off, they go to Vegas, they go to Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Or they venture off to LA. Mm-hmm. What made you guys want to come back?
I mean, I feel like I still haven't accomplished everything that I want to accomplish in my own backyard personally. I mean, I know maybe from the outside looking in, it may seem like I've done a lot and kind of like, I don't know what it looks like on the outside looking in because it's hard for me to see that, but I feel like there's still much more for me to do. And, you know, I travel a lot and I, you know, stretch my legs and meet people in other cities, but, you know, what gives me the drive is the music itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like making a certain type of music. I like working with a certain type of artists. I like making impactful music and meaningful music, you know, not just some street shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of that shit's hot, but, you know, like, just working with good artists and making good music is what really keeps me going.
Hey, you extremely humble, bro, for because you got a name around here.
Yeah.
You very humble.
Yeah.
That's one thing about him, like, cool demeanor, like, my whole time knowing, bro, like, he like my family, he's like my brother, you feel me? And it's just, he's extremely humble, extremely intelligent on some different shit, like, man of many traits, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's different shit you don't know about, bro, that, like, most people would hear and be like, oh, for real? You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, elaborate, man. Tell us a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? This your channel, man. You know what I mean? This you're on the spot at the spot, man. Shit, we want to hear, man. This your time, man. It's your time to shine, man.
I mean, I stay humble. Like, I've never been a guy that just been hella cocky and hella outspoken. I let my actions speak for themselves, you know what I'm saying? I let my work speak for itself. A lot of people will say it's, you know, hella dope working with me and, you know, what we create in our studio, you know what I'm saying, is different than most studios out here, so. And then just who I am, too. I was actually talking about bro about that earlier. He was asking me what makes my studio successful, and I was just kind of touching on, you know, I may not have $1 million studio, I may not have the best building or whatever, but it's who I am and what I bring to the table as a person and as my personality and as a human being, you know what I'm saying, when I connect with these other people, you know what I'm saying? Not just artists, but they're people too.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So I like building relationships with people. You know, I'm always relationships over money and shit like that.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Connections and shit like that. So I feel like that's why a lot of artists like coming back and working with me and stay in contact. I stay in contact with a lot of other artists from other cities, so.
Yeah, it keeps you memorable. It sets you aside from all other, you know, places.
Exactly.
And people they work with, it's kind of, I would imagine, kind of refreshing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not just you get to my. It's not just you get to my studio and it's on the clock. Like, okay, you got 2 hours. You feel me?
Right.
Now the time starts. It's like, nah, you know, we're chilling. Shit, you can roll up, smoke. You might talk about your family and what's going on the past few days, and then we could play the beat and get into it. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
You got to build.
Some of the artists you don't fuck with.
Shit, I mean.
It ain't gotta, I mean, you know, just give us a nice roster. It ain't gotta be the big names, it can be the little names as well, man. You got the up and comings.
Yeah. Locally, I've worked with, I heard you guys just had the baby in here.
Yeah.
I produced, me and Cass actually produced a beat off her album.
What song? Good energy. I ain't even gonna lie. I liked her.
I like the baby.
I like her.
You know what I'm saying? I just had a little photo shoot with her not too long ago.
She got a kind of star quality to her. I ain't even gonna bullshit, man. I was telling her, I said, I can see you acting.
Yeah.
Like, I can see you acting. Like, for real.
But the baby, Make a Million, I worked with him when he was coming up early in his career. Who else? I've worked with Pay Diggs. I just did a little song with him recently. I mean, a lot of local artists. As far as people out of Washington, I do a lot of music with Big Sad 1900.
Okay.
Whenever he's in town, he records at my studio. I mean, he does other studios too, but we really lock in and record at my studio. We recorded the whole Die a Legend album at my studio, 24 songs. We did 60 Days in Seattle at my studio.
You did? Okay, so you did.
Yeah. And that's actually a co-joint project. That's Puget Sound and 1900 Records. My label's Puget Sound, his label's 1900 Records. So we both get 50-50 from that album.
Okay,
we produced the whole album. We recorded the whole album. So that was dope. I
didn't know. Offense. I didn't mean to. I didn't know you, man. I swear, because he
got the streets right now.
On my mama, because he came in. He was like, "Say, nigga, I got this album for you." He sent me the album. I'm listening to it. I have been telling, because I've been telling everybody. I say, "Hey, bro, the nigga that's gonna be hot, it's gonna be the motherfucking rapper that comes from Seattle and yell the whole Puget Sound out."
Right.
And that's gonna be. And when he came in and showed it to me, I said, "God damn it!"
And that's exactly what he did.
I swear to God, God damn it!
I know.
Yeah,
but
man.
I feel like the reason why he can do that is because he's not from here. If that makes sense.
Let's man, I'm glad
let's
open up that Pandora's box. Real talk.
Because I swear, because there's a lot of people who are from here and they get stuck in this zone, or they get stuck in this bubble where it's like, oh, I can only talk about my section, or I ain't gonna shout out these niggas from over here. You know what I'm saying? But it's real like talk. He didn't have a problem coming in, shout out niggas from the South, the CD, the West, everybody.
Because it's neutral love.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
It's neutral.
Man, I forgot, man. Everybody got their phones on airport mode?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, man. Just want to double check, man. Because if not, man, we got to go back and redo everything and be cleaning it up and shit. Something about iPhones. I don't know.
You got to put them in airplane mode?
Yeah, you got to put them in airplane mode and everything like that. You feel me?
Crazy.
I don't know.
Technology crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit gives off a crazy feed, man. And then you know what I'm saying? My engineer going to be like, hey, Nick, he'll give me one of those. All right, sir, I'm sorry. But give me the extra work. So
I got a question for both you guys, especially considering the amount of time that you guys have spent making music in the Northwest. Do you guys feel like the Northwest music has a specific sound that is unique to the Northwest? Maybe even if it's unique to what you do, but like, do you kind of catch on to that?
Yeah, we definitely have our own unique sound. Don't get me wrong, we do steal a lot of certain characteristics from the Bay, from Detroit.
We definitely adapt to like that type.
We adapt to different genres of music that are close to us in proximity. It looks like, but we take that and we kind of make it into our own, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because Seattle does have a different bop. It's not like Bay Area music, and it's not like Detroit music. It has its own bop and its own feel, and I feel like it just really hasn't been highlighted yet on a major level.
What would you say is the Seattle sound? You know what I'm saying, from a acoustic standpoint. I mean, give us with the slap, or if you can kind of give us a demonstration. I
mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Seattle as a whole is really a grunge city. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be about rock music.
It's just that frequency, or just that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of Seattle music that comes out be a little bit darker.
Yeah, like kind of like fuck the world type shit. Like,
a lot of,
you know what I'm saying?
They be talking about a lot of stuff. Violence, and even if whatever people want to think about Seattle, we're not tough, we're soft, whatever. But it seems like a lot of energy that comes from Seattle be on some more dark stuff, even when it kind of across all genres, even with the rock music, rap music. You know what I'm saying? I don't really hear like a lot of party, like summertime dance, you feel me? Like turn up, cut music. You don't really hear that.
Niggas talk about getting money.
Sliding, you're getting money, you know what I'm saying? Pimping, whatever.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's both.
No, I don't think it's good or bad. I mean, it's us.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I'm asking that question is because, there's been a lot of talk lately about how rap isn't charting and how a lot of female artists are making a certain
No
sound.
billboards. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see not one on the billboard?
Yeah, no,
Are you talking about the XXL thing?
Hey, man, not one billboard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the billboard. We ain't had no one rap.
In the top 100 or like how like what's
we haven't had one number one album. Well, we had one number one album.
No, I'm talking about billboard, just the billboard charts.
The Hot 100.
The rap itself.
Hot 100
Just all rap music, period.
And that was like, that was historical.
Damn.
And I'm just thinking that listening to what the commentary about from a lot of other artists, I'm sitting back like, well, is it something we said? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just wanted to just kind of ask you guys, like, a lot of the criticism I'm hearing has to do with it's getting the money. It is spinning the block, it's yada, yada, yada. And I'm sitting back like, okay, well, let me talk to some guys who are making some music from here. Do you think that we have something different to offer, or are we just kind of being a mirror of what the rest of the hot stuff is? Or do we have something to offer and people are just missing it?
I do believe that we have something to offer, but I believe a lot of artists are afraid to be vulnerable. And, you know, a lot of people, it's easy to take that route and talk about being hard and who's the hardest and who got this and who got that. But a lot of artists are afraid to talk about what's really going on in their life. You know, and the artists that aren't afraid to do that, you know what I'm saying, the Drakes and even on the lower level, the Big Sad 1900s, you listen to his music, he talks about a lot of vulnerable things. Yeah. And that's the reason why fans are able to connect with him a little bit more, in my opinion.
I was thinking about that on a level. I was thinking like who are the biggest top rap artists right now? The Coles, the Drakes, the Kendricks.
And you hear about what they're talking about.
You hear about their personal lives.
They're not talking. Yeah, they're not talking about.
But sometimes I feel like there's an agenda that gets pushed, and then
there's a little bit of that too.
Yeah,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying. Like what's going to sell? Like there's difference between fast food and you know what I'm saying, gourmet food. You feel me?
Shouts out to Quincy or Quentin.
You know,
when you think of Drake, you got to think of Quentin.
Miller?
Quentin Miller?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Nowhere.
I'm about to say, who's that?
The nigga that wrote the raps for fucking Drake?
His writer.
Oh, the ghostwriter?
He wrote a couple.
Okay. If he wrote a couple of big songs.
He wrote a couple of pieces of a couple of big songs. That's not the same thing.
Okay, so I got.
But do he make his own music?
Yes, and no one cares.
And no one cares.
His pen is what people.
His pen is the reason why he was in.
Okay, so here's this. So if that's the shit that matters, right? Like what he's putting down, what he's creating. What is it that, why can't he make music? He can make music for other people, but not himself. Maybe he don't look to par. Maybe he don't act to par. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Blackballed.
Yeah, well, so
he opened his mouth, and you know what I'm saying? When Meek Mills got at him, he opened his mouth. So
he wrote 10 bands.
So it don't matter.
He did 10 bands, 50 bands. That's what he wrote.
It don't matter.
But yeah, see, that's the game too.
You gotta have, I think it's like when the artist, you gotta have both. You have to be able to make the record and sell the record, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you deal with a lot of these artists out here, have you ever had the scenario where you guys make the record, right? And you believe in it and it works when you're in the studio and the artist can't sell it?
Absolutely. I mean, that happens a lot out here because I feel like a lot of people focus on the creation of the music but kind of lack on the marketing of the music, which is, you know, that becomes the business side, which the artist shouldn't really be involved with.
You don't think so?
I mean, not really. If you really want to be successful.
Well, I mean, let's.
And then also, there's one thing I wanted to. There's also one thing I wanted to
define involved.
And then another thing I wanted to touch on too, when you said the artist should be able to make and sell the music. In Drake's defense, and in a lot of artists' defense, a lot of major songs that were produced over the years, our favorite songs were not written by those artists. You know what I'm saying?
They got a team.
Yeah, so it's like
a team.
I'd be kind of confused when, I mean, you know, nowadays we come into an era where like one or two people are involved with making the whole song. You know what I'm saying? One person made the beat and then one person rapped over it. But back in the day, it was like 30, 40 people involved in making the song. You see all the writers and composers and
that's still
engineers.
True too. I mean, you could look at a Lil Baby record and look at the writers list. It's 4 or 5 people who wrote it. And then there's 2 or 3 producers. But I think my question for you then would be, do you feel like a song benefits more from having that team of creatives, or are you more okay with just that artist having a singular voice?
I always think more imaginations are gonna come out with something more cool, more dope as far as music. goes. And just speaking from personal experience, whenever I've collabed with other producers, the beats always came out fire, as opposed to me doing it by myself.
Hey, man, I'm sitting around listening to my beats and like, somebody else should have done these drums. Man.
Let's touch on a point, because you made a big fucking point that, you know, I have a management company. I run into the issue, the problem of the artist wanting to step on my toes and be in my business.
Marketing.
Oh my God, man. Oh my, and I'm sitting back because I'm explaining to him, I'm like, well, look, I'm 40-something years old. I don't listen to rap.
All right.
That's not my job. My job is to have a product and sell that product.
Yeah.
So the connection, when I walk in and I go and I take it and it's a finished product, they're more susceptible to fuck with it than just a random individual.
Absolutely.
Problem is, I don't know who the fuck told these artists that they're everything.
Yeah.
that I do 100% agree with, because I see it all the time. Where it's just like when I say sell it, you have to look the part to sell the record. Like Get Rich or Die Trying doesn't work if 50 Cent looks like me, right?
Yeah.
But there is this thing where you get in that where it's just like, as an artist, sometimes your job is just to make the fucking art and shut up when you're done and let someone else run the play. Do you run into that ever being a problem where you're working with an artist?
On the real.
And now that you believe in their record, but now that artist wants to sell it themselves and they're missing all these details. Is that something that you run in from your end? Or do you feel like, how do you deal with that from where you sit in that equation?
Not so much on my end, because typically I'm just the producer and the engineer. So like, I see what you're talking about though, for sure. And, you know, I have run into that on different types of occasions, like working with teams and stuff like that. But when it comes to just me doing my own thing, I haven't really got into the whole management and signing artists and kind of having people under me like that. I just more work with people, you could say, on a
organic.
What's the word I'm looking for? When you just work with a contractor just once.
Oh, okay, I got it.
So
freelance.
Yeah, just like once. You feel me? We just, if we're gonna do an album, okay, boom, we do this album. Okay, we're gonna do a song, we do this song. But I haven't really entered into, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I try to stay away from that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, see, you still having fun there. You enjoying it. Yeah, real talk, because that's my question, and he kind of elaborated, but that was really my question. Is like, how do you deal with the individuals knowing, all right, you've been moving, y'all moving. Now here's this individual, you know, we'll say we'll just, not to talk bad, we will say he's from Everett. And he comes to you, and he might got some flows, but you can look and you know the whole total package. But he's so anti. How do you deal with that?
Tough one. I mean, now you're managing personalities and, you know what I'm saying, being a mental coach and stuff. But, I mean, basically, if I was in that type of situation, I would just take that person and, you know, kind of see what their strong point is and see what their kind of what they want the foundation of their image to be. You know what I'm saying? Because the image is basically everything when it comes to music and when it comes to anything in business. When it comes to branding, is your image. You know, like a lot of brands say that they don't sell the product; they're selling like a lifestyle. So, you know, if I was in that position with a particular artist, we're just gonna go off that foundation. You know, if you want to be hard from the streets, okay, we're gonna rock it to whatever happens. If you want to be a college rapper, you know what I'm saying, you want to be in the dorm rooms rapping to the, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Or if you want to be a singer, you know what I'm saying, we can go that route as well. But, yeah, I don't know. When it comes to managing an artist, like I said, I don't think the artist should be involved with the marketing and with that side of it, because that's really the business side of it, and there's a lot of things that they don't understand.
Bro, just stare into that camera, man, and repeat that one more time. I swear to God, you just don't understand. Like, I promise you.
When it comes to the music business side, artists should not be involved with marketing. They should just be involved with the creation of music. You should just worry about writing your songs and making a dope-ass song. You know what I'm saying? That should be your only, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you get involved with the beat and the producer and, you know what I'm saying? You could change this up, put the piano here and there, but when it comes to the business side of it, marketing, contracts, you know, all that type of stuff, advertising, it's going to become too much. You shouldn't be focusing on that anyway.
Take it a step further we're two producers having this conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Now, where do you stand on, let's just say that that's not the case and the artist is involved with all of that, and they tell you, look, I need a favor. I'll pay you when the record blows up. And you looking at them knowing damn well, or not knowing if, can you market the song? When an artist comes to you with, I'll pay you when it blows up, how do you approach that? Have you ever been approached with that? What is your stance on that?
I haven't been approached with that exact type of situation, but my stance on that, I mean, obviously contracts would have to be in place. The song would have to be dropped, you know, under my, you know, label and under my platform and, you know, whatever I got going on. So I'm able to control the royalties and see what the percentages are and stuff like that. But, you know, I don't know. That's a lot of upfront costs for the hope of it making a lot of money on the back end, because now I got to pay for, you know, the marketing, and now I got to handle that job, you know what I'm saying, and pay playlisting and, you know, things like that. So, yeah, and then if the song doesn't blow, you know, video shoots, you know what I'm saying, everything. So it can become expensive when you're doing it for somebody else and there's not that guaranteed, you know, not that guaranteed money on the back end, honestly. So I don't know if I would do that unless the artist was already an established artist. Okay. If it was somebody who doesn't really got no emotion and I'm just marketing them purely just off their sound and just because they have potential. I mean, unfortunately nowadays you need more than that. You know, you need kind of unfortunately, like a un-music related event, you know what I'm saying, to kind of blow up, you know what I'm saying? Like, take the Baby, for example. The Baby was doing music, not the Baby from Seattle, but the Baby. Yeah. You know, he was doing music, you know, he was popping, you know, he's popping where he's from and shit like that, but then once he ended up killing the dude in the Walmart, that's when he really, like, took off. Oh, he killed the dude, he's hard, woo, woo, got off on the murder charge. And then his music just went crazy. So it's kind of like, I be seeing a lot of that type of stuff happen, you know what I'm saying, with music and artists and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to market someone nowadays just off their sound and just off potential. Man, you got to be lit. You just got to be. You have to have a personality.
You got to be able to market yourself.
You got to have a personality.
You got to be able to network.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
got to be interesting.
You got to at the same. You got to be able to come in when you got motherfucking geniuses coming in and shit like that, and you don't show up. You scared to talk. You scared to rap. Like this is my thing, man. Brother Toll, man, I ain't forgot you, man. I know you over there, man. I'm
chilling. I'm chilling. It's good.
When do you know that this nigga's bullshit and he wasting my time?
Shit, I mean, a lot of motherfuckers be wasting my time, but I get paid by the hour anyway, so.
You're cool with it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's your bank account.
It's crazy.
But, of course, I like to work with artists who are, you know, making meaningful music and making dope music and shit like that, but, you know, it happens a lot, bro. You know, my business is on Google. You can look up my studio on Google, so I get all type of clients. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who I don't know. They don't know me. I don't know them. So
good, the bad, and the really bad. Like, I've been there a couple times when it ain't been good.
Y'all didn't have to throw somebody up out of there?
Nah, because bro, you getting his money.
It got close.
You know, got
close a couple times.
But, you know, yeah. Anyways, but like, brody's getting the money, so it's just like, it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'll be talking about it with him. He'll be like, man, hey, just got to do what I got to do. Yeah. You feel me?
I mean, I don't work with anybody for free anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's for free, at that point in time, I'm expecting some money on the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just...
Do you ever feel like you gotta snatch somebody up though for free just to give back?
Oh yeah, I do work with people for free sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know the difference between somebody who wants it and somebody who don't, or somebody who just ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? And you just weigh it out.
Elaborate that for me, man. You know.
So it's like, okay, like for me, like a lot of my thought process, because I come from an athletic background, so I kind of implement that in my life because it was part of my life for so long. So it's just like, you got some people who got that it factor, some people who just work hard and just dedicated, and that's what get them. You know, talent don't win when talent don't work hard. You feel me? So sometimes you get a mixture of all of it. So you put together like almost like a team, or what's your standard? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I might work with this person, okay, because he got motion, or I may work with this person because they're up and coming, but they're just going hard. You know what I'm saying? Or you just be like, man, I just something about it, like the energy, the vibe, or I believe, you know what I'm saying? It might be like that. But for me, because I'm an artist, I just got to weigh it out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I've definitely done that, like, in the past, too. And I still do that till this day. Like, don't get me wrong. When I say I only work with people for money, I say that because that's how I pay the bills with my studio and shit.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of work on an hourly basis, but there's still the random people that I take under my wing or just work with because I know that they got the potential to do something. Like South South, for example. Like, I used to work with South South when they were on the up and coming, and you know, I never charged them a thing. It was just always just on a let's just work basis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I thought, you know, I always knew that they were gonna kind of blow
thing.
up and do their thing.
Did they ever come back and well, we're not even gonna say them because I don't want to distinctly put them out.
Right.
Have cats that you work with that got on or didn't get on, did they ever come back and just be like, oh, bro, here go a couple of dollars. Here go a couple of dollars for your time. Here go a couple of dollars that or they just always just were just like, damn, niggas waste.
Nobody's ever came back and physically gave me money, but people have came back and looked out for me and done and like put me in positions to win, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from both of you, I wanted, because I know you talked earlier about how you put a lot of time and energy into building studios and working with kids, and you kind of alluded to the fact that you kind of have to work a certain way now in order to pay the bills. So from both of you, I wanted to see if you guys could give, you know, maybe one or two pieces of advice for up-and-coming producers and artists on what you need to do to make a living doing this.
Yeah, I mean, the path is different depending on what you want to do, of course. You know, making money as an artist, I would argue, is 10 times as hard as making money as a producer or an engineer, because the artists need the producers and the engineers to make the money, which, you know, is like a service job, you know, so they got to pay for the beats, they got to pay for the studio time, as opposed to an artist is hoping that they're going to make money off shows and merchandise and streams.
So for producers, just charge everybody for everything.
Producers, yeah, I mean, they should.
Get your money.
Absolutely.
Get your money.
I mean, if you're selling your beats for free, you're tripping.
Yeah. I'll say, like, I like the business aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? Going into it, like, formulate a plan. Like you said, like, what do you want to do? Don't just go into, okay, I want to be an artist. All right, what type of artist? Like, have a plan, be detailed with it. Write some shit out, manifest it, you know what I'm saying? So really put some shit behind it. It's going to cost money. So get that out of your head that it's just going to just, like, poof. Like, it's starting a business. It don't matter what you're doing. Like, it's going to cost money to market, to license, you know what I'm saying?
Real
like, that's,
talk,
you know, it's a business. So you got to treat it like that as far as, like, independent artists, you know what I'm saying? But I'll also say, reach out, formulate a business plan, and try to get some investors. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of marketing too. You know what I'm saying? If people ain't fucking with you, find the people who's fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be hungry like that.
Real talk.
You know?
Real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like me doing the producing and the engineering is actually kind of what put me in the position to be a rapper, I feel like. Because I was rapping before. I mean, we all started out rapping. It's not like I was just like, yeah, I want to be an engineer.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I was rapping, you know what I'm saying, growing up. And, but then I've always been smart too. You feel me? So I'm doing good. I know how to work with computers and shit like that. And I learned how to use Pro Tools at a very young age. My uncle was doing music when I was young, back in like the year 2000, 1999, stuff like that. And he taught me how to use Pro Tools when I was a kid, and it just always stuck with me. I grew up, I couldn't afford Pro Tools, but I grew up using Audacity and then GarageBand and then Logic, and then boom, now I'm using Pro Tools. And you know what I'm saying? It just kind of like always stuck with me. And shit, where was I going with this?
Nah, man, hold on. Because you gave us so much game.
A whole lot of game.
Man, come on, bro. Because I'm listening to it. You know, I know. I'm like, man, yeah, man, Garage, yeah, man, Logic, man,
Nah,
yeah,
for real,
man,
yeah.
Pro Tools.
All these DAWs.
Right, yeah.
How many DAWs have gone through, bro?
What DAW do you make beats with? Do you make beats with Pro Tools?
No, FL Studio and Logic. And then I use Logic like with a combination of machine.
Okay.
Oh, you on the machine shit?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Good guy, good
Try
guy.
vocals with Pro Tools?
Pro Tools, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the one thing I learned over the years, and I'm glad you brought up all those DAWs, you know, one thing I would tell young people, if you're going to get into producing, it is an expensive habit.
Yeah, it is.
You have to set your life up to affording Pro Tools. So were they on the monthly thing now? They're still doing that?
Yeah. I mean, that actually makes it a lot more affordable for real, because you can just do it by a monthly basis, and if your studio's booming, then shit, it's justified.
It doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah, nowadays.
Pro Tools, you $800 motherfucker, man. $800 and still want what, $120 or something like that a fucking month or some shit, man.
Yeah.
And don't
No. It's like, I think it's like $30-$40 a month,
look.
maybe 30.
Don't let somebody else set it up and send it to the wrong iCloud that you could never get back in.
Oh,
you just
yeah,
spent the $800 and everything.
I don't use the iCloud. I use the physical hard drive.
Shouts out to.
But see, that's the thing
And then
about
you
it.
gotta go get Logic.
Yeah, man, $30-$40 a month, bro. That's
It's like $35 a month or something like that.
But that's the thing about it too. It's like that's my qualm with the monthly thing, because they tried to take one of the other plug-in companies. They tried to go Waves. They tried to go monthly too, and then all the people who had the legacy,
who own their
it's just like, you know, do you stay on top of that sort of thing as like the industry and the technology changes? How do you navigate that, or do you just kind of just close your shit off and wait? Look, everything stops at 2018 in this studio.
Right. Yes. So yes and no, because you can't do that for a while. You can for a while, but you know, if you know about computers, you can't do that forever. Like after a while, some shit's not gonna work. You know, some plugins aren't gonna be able to communicate with other plugins and all that. But it's funny because I actually like to use more vintage gear in my studio. So like I use a Digio 2 interface, you know what I'm saying, old school, and with an Avalon preamp, which is a tried and proven piece of hardware.
Man, that's every studio, the $1 million studio gonna have that goddamn Avalon.
They always gonna have an Avalon in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I got my setup in my studio, and a Neumann.
U87?
No, TLM 49.
Buzz on it, like
He already knows. He's running the equipment, so I already know he knows his shit.
Oh man, you know this is spot. You know what I'm saying? You see, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I don't know why my partner ain't down there ain't talking this shit, man.
Talking a whole nother language.
I'm loving this because y'all got, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you from a business standpoint and from a black business standpoint. You're explaining and giving the people what they really need to see and understand of what it is and what it takes. It's not this is an art. Yeah. Respect what I do.
Absolutely. Because
motherfuckers just think rapper, that's it. They don't, none of the other shit, none of the other business, the rap, man, that nigga ain't shit. Right. I just told her, that nigga ain't shit, bro. Until it get mixed, mastered, and that engineer.
Right.
Rapping you feel me? One thing.
Yeah. I'm about to say, you could turn a fire song into a piece of shit song if it's not mixed right, and then vice versa. You could take a shit song and make it fire if the beat's hot and it's mixed right.
So you know, man, I wanna y'all sound. What's y'all sound?
Right now, I feel like I'm trying to cultivate more of a kind of like what I was talking about before, more of a meaningful, more of a vulnerable sound. My last album I did, was kind of more on some get money, some street shit. But the one that I did prior to that with Big Sad, we did the
we got some hitters on there.
Yeah, we had some slaps on there. Trying to think what we named it, but yeah, it was like 5 songs, and on that project, I feel like I was way more vulnerable and talking about things that I actually been through, and things that people could connect with, and I had a couple songs for the females on there, and I feel like that type of music just sits with me more, and also it seemed to sit with my fans more because that's where most of my streams came from. And I feel like it wasn't just purely because it was with Sad, but it was because of the type of music that we were creating too. So like, you know, through working with people like him and different artists, it's kind of like driven me to kind of change up my music and kind of like get more on the tip of like what's really going on. You feel me? Like everybody's not getting money. Everybody's not killing, spinning the block and loading the 30 clip. Everybody's not pimping a bitch on a roar. You feel me? So it's like, you know, like if you are doing those things, that's cool. You feel me? But I'm saying like I'm gonna speak for everybody too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk for people who aren't doing that, and people who just got the normal life or the 9 to 5, or the people who, you know what I'm saying, are struggling, people who are trying to make ends meet and shit like that. Because, you know, everybody's here.
You guys listen to other local artists?
Yeah. What'd you say?
You guys listen to other local artists, like from Washington?
A little bit, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I listen to a lot of old school music. I don't really listen to a lot of new music.
What type of old school?
I love like 80s music, like the Loose Ends and SOS Band.
For real.
SOS stuff like that.
Oh shit, yeah. See,
that's classic.
See, that's hey, my partner be on me. He like, Mo, I know them. He be like, man, I know them females, nigga, them bras, nigga. I know they be hating riding with you.
Oh no, they love that shit.
Yeah, man.
It's smooth, bro. That's smooth. Like, it's real like player shit. Like old soul. Like we both like. I think that's one reason why we vibe. And I'm gonna get back to the question you asked about the sound, but like just that old school vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like real kind of like smooth, like kind of smooth criminal player. Like you know what I'm saying? But your morals is set like a man. You feel me? Way gonna handle your business type shit. You know so. For me, like my type of sound is unique because I'm gonna talk about both sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about the shit that I went through because music like therapy for me. So you're gonna hear like me talking or maybe having a conversation with myself or to like the beat, like a therapist. You feel me? Talking about some shit that I can't talk to anyone about. You feel me? So my sound is a little bit of that. And I want people to dance, move, turn up. You know what I'm saying? Different ways to get money out here. We're gonna talk about that. Just good vibes, good energy. You know,
real talk.
So that's that. Like when you want to hear Tove or some shit like that, like my sound is different. So yeah, you gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
I better say, bro, be singing too.
Oh, you got some vocals?
Man,
be singing.
I know how to create music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I say
heart.
me, yeah, it's from my heart. Like so whatever like you hear, whatever picture is painted, you know what I'm saying, and you can see something out of it, then it's good. I did my job. Like whether it be 1,000 people or 100 people, you know what I'm saying? I did my job for myself and for somebody else. But yeah, I put my soul in some shit, you know, for sure.
Type of like a Nate Dogg, a cocaine, or more.
I mean, you could say
melodic.
like it's a combination. Like it's I wouldn't say gumbo pop, but like it's a mixture. Like you could say Nate Dogg, like Ty Dolla $ign type shit.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Type of vibe. Maybe a little sprinkle of some, you know what I'm saying, Roddy or Dirk. You feel me? To kind of spice it up. You feel me? But it's just like
that ain't that. Nah, that ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
You got your own original sound.
But that's what I'm saying. But like in a comparison, I'm me. You feel me? There ain't no other me. Like I'm not saying that.
You stay in your range.
Yeah, I'm just saying like okay, like skill set. Like if you create a player on my player on 2K, like you're gonna have 3 different skill sets of what you represent. You feel me? So it's like kind of if I'm painting a picture for somebody, like how would you describe your sound without saying it? You feel me? Okay, it's like that. So yeah, check me out.
Man, so okay, man. You know we gonna take it to where you know, man.
Well, who the top 3?
Before we even hit him with that, hold on. We don't even want 3, man. Before we hit him with that,
said it. You already
man, I want the hood vlogs.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So, man, you know what I'm saying, man. Kind of give man, you know, the idea, man. You know when, you know what. How do you, man? You kind of behind making that happen, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
how'd you make that happen?
So I mean, shit, I'm not gonna lie, dude actually reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of people think maybe I, brought the hood vlogs here, wanted him to come here, but dude actually reached out to me on social media. Not the dude himself, but this dude that he works closely with.
Okay.
And he's in the music scene down there in LA. And he just been fucking with me and my music and my whole movement. And actually, when I was out in Ohio, I was on live, and dude tapped in with me. He was like, "Hey, bro, I got this dude. He's doing the hood vlogs. He been wanting to come out to Seattle. I think you'd be the perfect dude to do it." And I'm like, At first, I'm hella skeptical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everything that everybody else is thinking. You feel me? This police gonna be on this shit. There's gonna be hella negative attention attached to this shit. You know, I know a lot of motherfuckers gonna be hating, saying this or that, but you know, also Seattle has never had a platform, a spotlight. You feel me?
Word up.
On anything for real. Like the little videos that people have done on Seattle has kind of been like a narration, and it hasn't really been the people who are in Seattle speaking for themselves. You feel me? So I went back and forth with myself a lot about it, but yeah, ultimately I ended up doing it and bringing dude out here.
Yeah, real talk. And what would you say? Because you know the one thing that people don't understand, even with filming this, is when we film this show, we edit. You know, we edit just so if an individual say something that they don't want to say, we make sure that, okay, man, you know what, Nick, I ain't like that. Man, okay, for sure, we clean that up.
Right.
So would you say that the production and what came out, that you was happy with what you seen or what was represented? Or
I mean, I'm not gonna say whether I was happy or sad with it, but everybody. Thing about it is I gave everybody a chance to say what they wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. I kind of made it a point to give everybody else the spotlight and give everybody else a chance to do their thing. You feel me? And let people speak for themselves.
do you think that people understand that you kind of really did something to build their culture?
Yes and no. I mean, a lot of people kind of like was hating on it, I feel like. If you look at a lot of the comments throughout the social media platforms that reposted the video,
Yeah.
there was a lot of hate and people talking about talking down on the people who were in the video, and Seattle soft and this and that. But
You read the comments?
yeah, I read the comments a little bit.
Start reading the comments. Read the comments.
I feel like,
I gotta read the comments a little bit.
comes
I won't
with it.
reply to them.
I feel like, and I told bro, like, we had conversations before going into it, like, okay, like, well, we gotta get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes with it when you like going to the top.
Yeah.
When you climbing the mountain, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now more people seeing you.
Yeah.
You know, there's people who gonna appreciate what you do and people who don't appreciate you what you do.
Absolutely.
Whether you up or down, you know what I'm saying? And now bro's getting some light and doing something. I thought it was great. You know, of course, there's things that people felt could have been done better or whatever, but they wasn't in it. You feel me? That's gonna always gonna come. He can have a hit record. He can have a hit motherfucking record, and people still gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie.
And it be like,
Right.
it's like sometimes in Seattle, that kind of be the narrative. Like, they don't like to see people shine. It's like, that's why nobody's really like out of this, you know what I'm saying, mainstream or whatever you want to say. Like, what is the Seattle sound or the scene out here? It's like the world need to see us more, but it's hard when people hating on each other.
Right. You know,
You feel me? Like,
I bring a platform.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Bring a platform like
Something
Hood Vlogs
dope.
to Seattle,
You
and
feel
then
me?
everybody's just still hating on it and dragging it down. You feel me?
Yeah,
This
that's
is the
wild.
thing. This the cold part. On mamas. If you was a smart individual, you could have had your business with a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Rather if you wash cars, cut hair, or anything. I ain't talking about you.
Right.
I'm talking about any individual. If they wanted to get some money, if they wanted to be rich, like if I would have known, I'm gonna keep it 100. Hey, I don't wear this outside the thing. The spot SoDo
I'm already
hat
knowing.
on. Would have been here. Hey man, you got something to say? What do you got to say?
There was
Hey,
a couple people who shouted out their business. My homies with the little bully businesses.
Man,
my
come
cousin
on.
and shit.
That's the whole market.
You know, I promoted my music
Come
and you know,
on.
my studio and all that.
That's
but-
that's the culture. Because if you come to Seattle, that's really what's going on.
Right. And then we did have the Catfish Corner on there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We went to the Catfish
Shout out.
Corner.
I remember that.
Bye.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Tyrell.
Man, listen, man. Fuck what they don't read the comments, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't really give into that shit, but I was
read
just
the
checking the
comments.
temperature of the city and just seeing how people were responding to it. And yeah, it was kind of weak, you know, but it doesn't surprise me though, because Seattle's a very hateful, envious city, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
brother, we love what you brothers is doing, man. That's why you're at this spot, man.
I appreciate you.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
you.
Only from
Appreciate
some other business, black business entrepreneurs is going to be able to understand and respect what it is that you're doing.
Right.
Building culture.
you. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up part of building culture, nobody sees it for 10 to 15 years.
Huh.
That's the messed up part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing of why reruns are reruns. Shit, I didn't watch MASH till I went to fucking LA County Jail and couldn't watch nothing else and was like, damn, this shit's funny.
Huh.
But shit, the show been on this shit goddamn TV for done in 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, it's still going and everything, man. So, man, nah, hell nah.
So, yo, let me
Y'all
ask this question kind of as a semi-outsider. Because, like, I'm originally from Bremerton. Whole other ball game, different shit. And, like, I saw the Hood Vlogs thing so I could get educated a little bit on the neighborhoods and the people in Seattle. So I was wondering, you know, if you could finish the sentence for me, either one of you, you know, the culture that you're describing in Seattle is
a changing one. I feel like what I tried to highlight in the Hood Vlogs was a culture that is rapidly changing in front of our eyes. One that used to be one way and now is a different way. And you see people in our generation adapting to it.
Saw the gentrification get highlighted there in more than one of those neighborhoods.
Yeah, yeah, we talked about that a lot in there. And, you know, another thing that I tried to highlight in the Hood Vlogs about our culture was just the fact that, you know, when they're really not about our culture, with just a whole synopsis of the city was just how, like, I was able to go to every different section in the city. And if you go really watch all the traditional Hood Vlogs videos, like, most of the videos, if not all of the videos, they're stuck in their one section. You know what I'm saying? They're stuck on their street. You know what I'm saying? So if they're sitting there on their street, and if they go, they'd be like, oh, if I go across the street, there's going to be problems. You know what I'm saying? But we were able to go to every single section and highlight what everybody was doing in the different parts of the city. And a lot of it, arguably, you know what I'm saying, could be controversial or whatever, but it is what it is. You know, like, I feel like a lot of people were, I don't know, maybe expecting an intellectual lecture from the Hood Vlogs, but it's Hood Vlogs. I don't know what people was expecting, too, at the same time.
The name is self-explanatory.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we was highlighting the hoods, and it is what it is.
Hey, you know what? I hear you talk about the city, Seattle, and the communities that surrounding, and I could tell it's pride with both of you gentlemen, but I also get the vibe like y'all feel like it could be so much more, you know what I mean, than what it is. Like a bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? You proud, you repping where you from. Y'all ain't been heard of, you know what I mean, in the music industry. Like, really, like, who's Mac Miller? Is it not Mac Miller? Who's Macklemore, Seattle. But other than that, that's not a representation of the Northwest. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
And like, I just feel like it could be so much more. Out of towner coming up here. I'm not from here, but it could be so much more because it's lit up here.
It needs more voices. Because Macklemore, he has his voice.
But that's what people hear.
But that's one voice.
But we don't relate to that, though.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
That's why
we don't relate to that. Like, I mean,
voice.
That's his, like you said, it's his lane and stuff. But, like, people who I grew up with, like, you know, who I be around and stuff, like, we don't relate to that. Like,
shit.
even if it is radio or super famous.
Man, keep it on it, man.
But, like,
niggas ain't gonna listen to that motherfucker.
Yeah,
shit.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Huh?
You ain't seen him at Catfish Corner and then put
or really outside. But, I mean, it's deeper than just like a Macklemore type of deal. Like, you feel me? Like, it's really deeper than a rap on that type of shit. I think, like, more conversations that we having, hopefully this opens it up. You feel me? And not just like Seattle people see this, like the world see this, the nation see this. You know what I'm saying? So it really opened it up. Like, damn, let's see what these niggas talking about.
But that's the whole concept of
exactly
on the spot. Like, we get pushed back by being from LA. No, we from I get pushed back.
Why you ain't doing this shit at home?
Why you didn't do it at home?
Because I'm working here.
Because I live here.
I don't think that really matters, man. It's like I said, it's always gonna be something. Once you get in your head that it's gonna be hard work, like you weed that shit out, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come, your force field gonna get stronger and stronger.
Real talk.
Your foundation is gonna keep stronger and stronger. You're gonna keep building, and then you're gonna look up like, damn, I got a skyscraper. Nigga, I want to build another one. You feel me? And whatever venture that is, you dig? So,
but it's the same. Like, I keep it 100. It's the same concept because we are our Hood Vlogs.
Yeah.
So we Okay, y'all want to know what's? I'm gonna keep it straight. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. Hey, some big wigs was like, "Hey, Saint Nick, why you ain't got no artist from up out of Seattle?" Swear to God, I'm gonna keep it straight 100. So, like, yeah, like nigga, you need to open up a studio. Why you ain't got no artist from? Because again, I do management. That's really my thing. That's what I enjoy. So I'm like, all right, man, for sure. So I try to go more organic, grow some artists, and it was just conflict. So I'm like, well, damn, how can I know the industry fuck with me. How can I have my hand in that and be able to highlight it and get a chance to showcase at the same time?
Take a chance with one of these artists.
Nah. We on the spot at the spot.
Yeah.
My nigga, man, we got, y'all gonna keep it real with you. We got a cold following.
Yeah.
We got a different kind of following. It's not like numbers. It's like the weirdest industry individuals will be like, hey, bro, I seen you on the, so that was the highlight. So that's the whole thing on why we do the spot. Right. It's like, man, let me highlight. Let me go get a Mike Jack 3200. Right. Let me go see a 2000, baby, man. Let me go see a Cash Key. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what Tuda's doing, man. Because at the end of it all, once we drop it and everything like that, man, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be seen in New York, seen in LA, you're going to be seen in, man, Texas. You're going to be, okay, that's what they doing. And then from a whole nother different industry standpoint, when it come out, like, man, you know.
Yeah,
like,
shout y'all Instagrams out. Y'all got some y'all want to, projects y'all want to shout out?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, my Instagram is famous Tuda, famous underscore Tuda. That's Tuda. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can also check out my merch. Hit me up on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the city, I got
merch.
I got corner stores for every section where you're from. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Seattle.
Yeah. My shit is Tove 206. That's TOV 206. I'm just dropping a whole bunch of singles right now, getting the momentum ready for these projects and shit, visuals. Shit just locked in. You feel me? Locked in right now.
I want to see them visuals.
Yeah, go check out my latest album, Verified. Go check out 60 Days in Seattle by Big Sad 1900. And then go check out Standing Tall by Tuda and Big Sad.
Yeah, shout out to homie Cass, too.
Yeah, shout out Cass.
Shout out to homie Cass.
Motherfucking genius, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my that's like my Pat Mahomes, you know what I'm saying?
He said this
he works behind
he
works behind the curtains, but you know what I'm saying? He's heavily involved with the production and making beats and you know, helping me out with all that side of the music. So shout out to Cash. He's only 19 years old.
Boy,
he's very talented.
Man, so y'all ready for the $1 million question on why you over here on the spot, man?
What's that?
Who the 5 hottest in the city, man?
The
Both
hottest?
of y'all need to admit the 5 men.
Dang, I don't.
The 5 that's gonna man, you know what I'm saying? If you was that man, if you was the
y'all
A&R,
self-excluded.
if y'all the A&R, man, you the guy, man, you talking about, man, hey, look, man, it's time for me to go ahead and we on. I gotta go grab that 5.
Right.
To put them on. Who the 5 hottest of y'all?
Huh. I mean, yeah, when you say hottest, you're talking about like...
I'm talking about, okay, put it like this. Man, Tuda, man, go 60 mil. Go give me, man, go find me, man, go find me 5 of them, man. Go find me 5 man, high ones, bro.
Come on, line it up.
You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, you already know Highway. He's one of them.
Huh? Man, go ahead. We can't hear. We might need man to speak, man. You feel me, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta shout out my boy Highway. You know what I'm saying? I actually just met him yesterday. My bro Bass Kids brought him through to the studio. Shout out Bass Kids. Fuck a bro, he's doing his thing. But yeah, shout out Highway. He's definitely up there. He was on the considered to be on the freshman list, but didn't end up making it. But you know, to even be considered on that list is huge.
Yeah, that's motion.
So, bro, me personally, I've watched Make a Million grow from kind of like the beginning of his career to where he is now. And I feel like he's displayed a lot of consistency and kind of, I feel like if anybody on a street level should get more recognition as him, as far as like kind of getting more out there, and getting more numbers under his shit. So Mecca for sure.
Say Cam the Mac, yep. I'm gonna put Cam the Mac on there. He's
been doing his thing for a long time.
Yeah, for a minute, and he's authentic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every rapper has their own style. Like, you feel me, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I put Canada Mac on there. Cause let's see, who else would you?
What's that? 3?
That's 3.
That's 3.
I mean,
it could have been 10 between y'all, but we'll take that as a 3-team effort and shit like that. Right? On my mama.
10, that's a lot.
Yeah, nah.
I gotta go with Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac.
I never like worked with bro personally, but I just feel like in a city where a lot of people kind of tend to sound the same, his sound is
unique,
very different.
Yeah.
So
he real, like he a real person. You feel me?
Yeah.
He ain't on no like corny shit. Like he a genuine dude, funny dude. You know what I'm saying? Like good people. Shout out Tupac.
Yeah. So I think he got a good chance of doing something.
No, one more.
Hottest.
We the hottest, whatever. Remember, you got that 60 mil, man. You gotta go ahead. You want to come back for the 200. So you know what I mean. This is you name out the name. Who gonna be the last one? Who gonna take it in? Who the Marshawn Lynch, man? Oh yeah.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, you put a tough name on there. That's a.
I know.
You feel me? That's a. You know, a 5th one. There's a lot. There's really a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you limited it to 5.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, I always look at things from a business standpoint and who's doing numbers. And if we're going to talk about who's going to bring back home the money, like I've never worked with this dude either, but that Charlie on a Friday dude.
Charlie on a Friday?
Have you heard of him?
No.
He's going crazy.
He know a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there, you know.
He's going nuts. Yeah, he's doing big numbers.
I gotta see on my
like big numbers.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I gotta look on my Instagram, bro, because sometimes I'll be following it, or I might meet somebody
from Seattle.
I think he's from. Don't quote me, but I think he's from the north.
Okay.
I don't know though.
What north?
Like North Seattle. I don't know.
Is that right?
I don't know though. He could be.
Shit, we'll find him.
He could be from Puyallup.
Man, yeah.
But he's doing his thing though.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing big numbers.
Man, we gonna find him and everything like that, man. I promise you and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, well, look, man, we always got another show, man, we gotta do. I know McGlover gotta go.
Yeah.
So, man, you know what I'm saying? You already shot it, man, where they can find you and everything. This was a great interview. If you ain't get a chance to check this out, man, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm a man.
Extremely informative.
Very, very much, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on here.
Hey, before I go, so would y'all say y'all the 1500 of the Pacific Northwest?
1500?
Yeah, 1500 or nothing in LA. The group.
Are you talking about 1900?
Production.
Or 50? What you talking about? 1500?
1500 or nothing. They a production. They're a production company.
Oh, you say, are we the 1500
Yeah,
or nothing?
y'all the 1500 or nothing, man, of the Pacific Northwest.
Shit, man.
We are our own shit.
Like organized noise.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would definitely say 1500 or nothing for sure.
Real
you know, they got a good platform. I fuck with them.
Real talk.
Yeah, because we do got a group of producers that we all work with.
So, man, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, man, y'all hit this Pacific Northwest, man, and y'all talking about, man, hey, man, I need to tag in, man. Ain't no conflict of interest around here, brother.
Yeah, nah, man, we work with everybody.
That, man. On my mind. We got a studio with, hey, he doing this thing, man, for real.
Yeah, we work with all sides, man. We work with everybody, man. Come holla at me. Let me know. Tuda, famous Tuda on Instagram. If you want to come work, get some beats, pull up to the studio, whatever. Let me know.
Yep. And that's Tove 206, TOV 206. Feel me? Check out some new sound in the city.
Off top. And they black entrepreneurs, man. So tap in and shit like that. Man, we got McGlover, Rock, man. We gonna do this other one, man, after this and shit, man. It's after dark, man. You feel me? And we over here on the spot at the spot.
Yeah.